I want to ask a question. Feel free to put your answer in the chat, or if you want to unmute, I will enable. So why did we use RAG? What was the use case for RAG?
So the language model that we use to get a response to the customer actually, the user actually, because it is pre-trained, it is not currently logging or something like that. It is giving you old informations. It may not be relevant to the date and time. So RAG plays a crucial part over here. It gives a context to the LLM, a short context where the LLM can perform a lot better with a short information. Kind of, it is pulling the RAG and is pulling the information from the vector DB and then providing that context in to the LLM and asking that please answer the relevant question within this context window, something like that, so that the LLM can perform much faster and it can give you the response in a minimal time. So that was the reason why we used RAG.
That's perfect answer. Shishir said that we use RAG because the LLM didn't have the up-to-date knowledge, and we wanted to basically update the LLM knowledge. What other applications or what other situation can you all think of that we might want to use RAG as well?
A situation in which I see RAG being very relevant is just like the gentleman before mentioned, with the idea of specialized context. For example, if we have a chatbot that needs to have access to the information of specific products that are meant to that specific customer or that specific company, using RAG to create the context of those products specifically would be ideal.
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you for sharing that. Go ahead, Han.
I mean, our context here is like, more of like, question and answers, like, what are my products? How the products will help me, or we are creating a context of like question and answers, usage of RAG, and then it addresses it very well. So it creates that context and helps us get accurate results.
Yeah, that's a great point. RAG helps in the context in the application for a question answering, because when the question asked, you need some context, and that context might be out of the domain of expertise for this LLM, or it might be in very new knowledge or relevance to a new knowledge that the LLM might not have. Just so that's like, I plant the seed, like RAG is not just for chatbots or like in a chatbot application. It could be even used in image generation. It's called image RAG. When you want to, for instance, database of images and then have a specific style or content, you can think of any situation there, has that as a guide to when a prompt from the user comes to generate a new image. So I don't want to get into that in depth. Main use case you see on a daily basis is chatbot, but it could be used for other purposes. Anytime that for your application, you need to bring context from a database, you can use it RAG. Mainly text, but it's not always text. It could be any modality. Just wanted to add that there for everyone.